Welcome back, motherfuckers. This is the Dr. Chadler Chow show. And like I said, the Dr. Chadler Chow show. This is to wake you up, like to be a Buddha, to the enlightened one, to be enlightened. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying I'm the enlightened one, but we gonna talk about the ones who are. You know what I'm saying? For real. Alright, so you know what I'm saying, we're gonna talk about, you know what I'm saying, first we're gonna talk about the world news. You know what I'm saying? This is a weekly show. And we're gonna talk about the world news. Now today is Wednesday, April the 8th, 2009. Here on Monday, Barack Obama was finishing up his tour. His world tour, nigga, riding on them dubs. You know what I'm saying? Went on his world tour. You know what I'm saying? And nigga went and he went to Turkey. He went to Turkey. And see, Turkey, they don't really dig Barack Obama too much. You know what I'm saying? They don't really dig Barack Obama too much, you know, because when he was running for to be a president under the Democratic Party, he was asked certain questions and stuff, and basically the Muslims in Turkey didn't dig how he answered, how he recognized something about a genocide. You know, the way y'all can help me, you know what I'm saying, feed into this and leave comments to, you know, the ones who know about this genocide. But he was talking about a genocide. They didn't dig that shit. You know what I'm saying? It was like, nigga, you see John McCain, he was like, well, when he was running for the Republican Party side of the party, he was like, my fellow niggas and crackers, I ain't got to say, you know, that's they business. You know, that's how he came off, like, that's they shits. You know what I'm saying? It's not very wise of me to get into they shits. Now, like I said, I don't really know about what the genocide that he was talking about was and what made them mad about it. But I do know that Turkey is homies. They homies with Syria and Iran. You know what I'm saying? They homies. You know what I'm saying? And see, Iran and Syria, they ain't cool with the states. You know what I'm saying? That's why you always see them on the news all the time, like especially Iran. You know what I'm saying? Talk about these nuclear things and all that. You know what I'm saying? They don't. You know what I'm saying? So Turkey's like them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Turkey is like thinking, you know, Iran and Syria. They're like, them my niggas. You know what I'm saying? They're my niggas. You know what I'm saying? And so, and then Barack Obama said, you know, said whatever he said about the genocide. So they like, this nigga's over here? You ain't gonna believe what happened, y'all. See, not too many people, you know, they mentioned it on the news right after it happened, but they didn't mention too much about it. Man, Barack Obama almost got assassinated. They tried to assassinate him out there, y'all. A nigga tried to stab him. So they caught him, you know what I'm saying, and, you know, I don't know what, you know, all I know, I haven't heard anything else from that, but they caught the cat, you know, but and it was hella motherfuckers out there, like, standing in front of the buildings, like you know, the government buildings, talking about they mad that Barack was there. It was heated, you know what I'm saying, but, you know, he made it safely, he made it through his tour, you know, went to Iraq, talked to all the soldiers out there and everything, gave them, you know what I'm saying, pep talks and telling them basically what his plans are. You know, now think this was tripping. In Canada, right? There was at the college. This cat goes to this college and jacks a plane. This nigga jacks an airplane, right? So this nigga gets on the airplane and he's flying, right? And he's in Canada. He over, I guess, by the border of Canada, where's the right on the border to the States. So this nigga gets on this plane and starts flying over the Midwest, right? Going over to state capitals and shit. Crackers running all out there, building scared of them motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Running out and shit. So the motherfucker, it wasn't like he was running over no cornfields. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker going over buildings and shit. And, you know what I'm saying, you know, like, for motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, like, for motherfuckers, and I highly recommend that you do not get no bullshit like that. But if you do, Motherfucker, this is, you know, if you get in a high-speed chase, you got police following your ass. Well, if you get in the air, they got police that follow behind you. And they're fucking police planes. And so, as soon as you crossed over the state, this nigga had 2 planes behind him. Now, this is the point I'm getting to. If you get caught, they charge you $50,000 per hour per plane. This nigga was in the air for 5 hours. Okay, so they with 2 planes. So they catch this nigga. So this nigga, and when I say nigga, this cracker or whatever he was, actually he was. So this nigga comes down, and this nigga comes down and lands in Missouri on a highway, right? And as soon as he lands on the highway, this nigga just starts punching. He just starts. And so, like, you know what I'm saying? All you hear is like, they can't find this motherfucker. Where this motherfucker at? Where this motherfucker at? We can't find this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? They find a motherfucker. Come to find out, this motherfucker was from Turkey. Like, damn, this was a crazy motherfucker. Okay, so that's going on that part of the world news. For the ones that didn't know, there was an earthquake. And this earthquake was bad, and it was in Italy, you know, around Rome area. And it was an earthquake, and you know, I think they said like 200 people died. So they got this. The earthquake came. They found motherfuckers dead. Hell of motherfuckers hurt. Niggas is going through it. You know what I'm saying? They trying to find niggas and shit. Like, motherfucker, is there anybody left? Is there anybody left and shit? You know? These niggas are still digging, trying to find people. And they have another earthquake because the backlash, the aftermath, you know, like when you be in a pool and you splash this way and that shit comes back to your ass, just like that. Just like how the tsunami, that motherfucker, but that shit happened with the earthquake. So that shit had an earthquake, and then the aftershock fucked it up again. Condolences to Italy and, you know, the families out there. We're gonna take a commercial break, and you know, we're gonna go to the next spot. Commercial break is to WMUonline.webs.com. School for the communities, by the communities. Check it out.